Hey everybody, we're going from mini bikes to drones. I really don't know a lot about drones, but I did get a couple of entry-level ones, and I'd like to share that with you because they're kind of important. I want to make sure you get the right one when you do get one. As you see, Syma, 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 Syma seems to be the good entry-level one. This one also, same. This one, not, and we'll talk about that in a second. Symas work really well. The only thing I don't like about it is the really annoying startup buzzer, or when you have it in a special mode, it beeps the whole time continually. So I actually will take a pen or something sharp. I find the buzzer and I poke it really hard right in the middle, and it kind of mutes it a little bit, like this one here. Because when it's beeping all the time at night while I'm trying to fly it at 2 in the morning, it gets annoying. Here's the normal beep, and here's what I did to it. One more time. So much better when you enter the video mode. It beeps all the time. Anyhow, Syma X11c. Good inside flyer, very small, has some very bright lights, neon headlights, underneath guide lights, camera. We'll take still photos also. If you just press the button on the side here, that little button, it'll take a snapshot, or use the controller for video. This one here, same thing, good camera. The angle's a little bit downward. I've spaced the back up a little bit to make it point more further ahead. A lot of power, flies good in the wind. You can get it back. This is a headless model. The only thing it lacks is the barometer, the automatic height altitude stabilizer, which is really nice. We'll get to that in a second because the Pioneer does have that on there. For trainers, you want to train yourself before you buy a DJ1 Phantom or some other $500–800 quadcopter, do. This little tiny ball, Fry's, $34. I don't think it's made by Syma. It bounces. It's a great trainer. Fly it inside, get used to it, fly it a lot, get used to it, get extra batteries so you can keep on going. It bounces. They make this size, which is handheld, and then they make another size bigger, which is about the size of a little bit bigger than a softball, maybe, I would say. All right, that's enough for Symas right now. You want a good copter, low cost. Get their one with the barometer height, automatic height stabilizer. You'll really enjoy it. And that's what this Pioneer has. We'll go to the Pioneer. I bought this, bought it out of China off of Gear Best. Came the other day. I put batteries in it, went to fly it, and it has the strangest setup to fly. You have to turn it on, bind it, and you have to hit the start button, which actually puts it in a startup mode. All 4 propellers spin, but it doesn't take off. From there, you give it throttle to climb. Performance: it wears the battery out. It doesn't climb very fast. It probably doesn't climb that high. The wind will carry this away in a heartbeat because it doesn't have a lot of motor power. It just doesn't get it. You know, you're kind of wondering what's wrong with it. It's just what it is. It is what it is. The height, the lock-in height is definitely great. I love it. Syma's coming out with theirs for $60–70. I'd get one of those. The camera, okay. The camera, the monitor, charged it, turned it on, it didn't work. Slapped it on the back, it came on. Took it to the park, turned it on, it didn't work. Took it apart. Found that was the positive wire coming off the little board that feeds the main board. A little thin wire about the size of a piece of thread had snapped off. Actually probably wasn't soldered that good because it worked for a minute. So I had to solder that. It works now. Works fine. But let's talk about that. The signal did roll really well, really bad, not well. The signal rolled, the video did. It became shaky and blurry. But the worst part is that the video actually rolled. The part that you recorded, watched on your computer, looked like a tsunami. It just rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. The problem is when you first get the copter, let me flip it over here. When you first get the copter, the antenna here for the video and the camera are right next to each other. So when I first got it, this was sticking straight up, and when you plug the camera in, the two were touching. So a lot of bad feedback through it. When you separate the two, push these away, bend this up and tuck it into here, all that went away. As far as the blurriness or the shaking of the camera, it's because there's too much camera sticking out. This is just to get me by to see if it worked. Put a piece of foam or something sturdy up there to brace it, even though it's still going to vibrate because the whole thing vibrates. It reduced the vibration immensely, a lot. The built-in locking height is great. I can put it up. I don't have to worry about it coming down. I can turn it left and right, film, go with the headless mode, try to bring it back. Do get extra batteries. You're going to need them if you like to fly, because some aren't as good as the others. You just want to have a bunch around. This battery charger, got it. Another thing that didn't work, plugged it in, the indicator light didn't come on, and I thought, oh well, just the light's not working. Didn't check voltage out the end. I should have. Took it apart and found out that they had a cold solder joint.